Hi, it's Anne Hughes. I hope that you're well. I hope you're having a nice week. I'm on my holidays. I'm up in Findhorn on the Murray coast, up past sort of a near Findhorn, near Inverness, and I've been here since Saturday, so nearly done. What I would say is it feels as if I have been here for ages. It's a place that we come to a lot, and we have for about the last 10 years, so it's one of those places as soon as you arrive you feel very settled and very at home. And the Findhorn Foundation just now, it's a pretty magical place as well. And I think what's my wee thing that I've sort of really reflected on this week, we've just went at the pace of each other and of our lives this week. So if my kids don't want to get up and get dressed to go and work on the most beautiful beach in the world, I have to tell you, then I'll just go myself and I'll catch up with them when I get back, and I'm not, sort of forcing the fun on them. And we're just going at that very gentle pace of life. And what I'm really starting to feel, I suppose, a wee bit sad about is the fact that when we go back next week, everybody goes back to life, really, don't they? School, I've worked right throughout, working from home, and I'm continuing to do that. But my kids go back to school. I go back to having to set my alarm for 7 o'clock in the morning to get up and make sure my kids are up, and dropping them off at school, even though I'll then be just circling back home to work from home. And when we were at the start of this, if we were to go back all my videos over the 4 months ago, that way I was saying we'll never get this time again, and I feel a wee bit like, oh damn, it's over. It went so fast, and I'm going to miss. It'll be nice for my kids to be back in a routine. It'll be nice for them to be learning again, but I'm really, really going to miss the fact that life was just so much calmer. It was scary when you left the house, when you left the front door, but it was calmer on the inside. And I'm really reflecting on that, and I'm really glad that we're spending this sort of a last week of togetherness up here in my favourite place in the world. And I would just say, reflect on what you've learnt this last 4 or 5 months. I've learnt that simple things are the most important things, and lots and lots of simple happy days together turns into a happy life together, doesn't it? It just really does. And so that's where I'm at. I wanted to do a wee video of some sort from Findhorn because it is the most magical place in the world. I love it here. My dream is to grow old here one day. So I hope that you're well. I hope that you are reflecting on this lockdown and what it's been like, and thinking about what it is you take, what lessons do you take from lockdown back into your life with you? Do you know that way? Because we've all got lessons, we've all got stuff that we learned in that time. And how do we step forward now? Who knows? Maybe we'll all go back into lockdown again, who knows? But in case we don't, I urge you to reflect just now on what you learned, because if you don't reflect just now, I would worry that you'll forget what you learned. That's my worry, that we all just forget what it was that we were so grateful about in those days where we couldn't leave the house and we couldn't go to the shops and the shelves were empty and we couldn't see our friends and all the rest of it. And I know some people have really hard lockdowns, but I hope that you can come out and realise, if you're not there yet, that at some point you realise that it's the tough days that actually turn out to be the most wonderful strokes of luck, because you come out the other side and you change and you adapt and you live your future differently. And that is always a gift. To be able to reflect that I could do life differently is always a gift. So sending love from Findhorn. If you've never heard of it, I definitely encourage you to have a wee Google of it, because it is quite simply the most beautiful place in the world. It is 4 hours drive from Glasgow, at least. It took 5 hours the other day, but it is quite perfect. Have a good weekend, and I will speak to you again soon. Bye.